Spit some bars.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Juice.
What's up? It's your boy Quan. You know I'm back.
Had to put my brother up in this one. What all you went to college? What you got your degree in, bro?
My degree is in English and African Studies.
And he took a lot of poem shit, a lot of public speaking shit as well. I decided to bring my brother in on this one because you guys asked. I did a poll and I said depression, making a video on depression. What would you like for me to talk about during depression? I'm basically just asking what you guys would like me to bring forth to you guys and try to give you the most lift and ability that not only I can do, what he can do as well. So I did the poll about 12 hours ago. The first one was drugs and alcohol, and it got a vote of 33%. The next highest one was self-esteem and unaccepted or not understood, and that got 28%. And then the next highest would be losing someone by death or losing someone that you loved, and that maybe in a girlfriend and you guys just broke up, or you lost someone that you was in love with, or whatever the case may have been. The next highest was, and these two were 11 and 10%, super close. Cutting yourself, lashing out, and self unappreciation. And then the other one was not loved, no family to talk to. Yeah, this is my first time looking at it. This is your first time probably even seeing it. I wanted to do this raw, no cuts, no nothing. Just give you guys the best and most positive things I can say, but be super honest. So I got to use his phone because it won't let me pull it up on mine for some reason. There was 7 comments. One was it's from Caitlin. She says self-esteem, unaccepted and not understood. She said, why do people think just because someone was born different that they would never grow to make something out of themselves, or that they will never amount up to be great in everything they do? Personal experience. Thank you. What would you say on that one? And at the end, I'm gonna just go through these comments. We're gonna talk about these comments that they asked us to discuss, and then we'll give you guys the best advice we can give you all around. This is from Caitlin, by the way. Caitlin Devilla.
I feel like that, that happens a lot too, because we're from a small town, so a lot of people, when you're doing something, you're going to have people that hate it, and it might be your family too. A lot of people going to be thinking you can't amount to anything, stuff like that. But with that, what I would say, what you do is keep on doing what you're doing, and just prove them wrong. Them doubters, man. Doubters are going to be there, whether you a big name or you a small name. You know what I'm saying? Saying somebody with millions of subscribers got doubters, just like somebody with 2 subscribers gonna have doubters. They gonna be like, oh, you ain't making it YouTube, bro. You don't got that many subscribers.
Or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, or whatever you're doing.
My advice to you, Caitlin, would be, first off, you have to keep yourself, you know what I'm saying, up to par. And I don't mean by dressing, I don't mean by buying things. I mean up to par, as in keep yourself lifted. If you are not lifted as a person and you are not happy with what you're doing, then you will allow others to doubt, and then you will allow that to cloud over you, and you will not only be accepted from others, but you won't accept yourself because they're not accepting you. You have to understand, you have to accept yourself and just do what you do and just be happy with who you is, because if you're not happy with who you is, then shit, what you doing it for? You know what I'm saying? Whatever you doing, work, relationships, just use a person. People think, oh, you're different because you have a speech impediment. People think you could be different because you're disabled, or whatever the case may be. You gotta find light in the smallest things possible. You have to just enjoy yourself, because once you can truthfully say you're enjoying yourself as a person, then all that little shit won't matter, love. I promise you. The next one is from Regina Young. She says she was under the self-esteem. She says, I struggled with self-esteem and not being accepted for a very long time. I'm assuming that for a long time means that she's accepting herself now, or other people are finally accepting her. So I don't think that's one to like talk about, I guess.
Yeah.
This is kind of a big one. This is from Kabisadar Kalashnikov. I believe, I'm not sure. He knows what I'm talking about though. He says, it's under the cutting himself and lashing out one. He says, #me. I messaged you about this one time. I see this option isn't getting many votes, but for what it's worth, I've been struggling with depression and cutting myself for years now. Still am. There are good days and bad days, but you gotta get out of bed. You gotta take the first steps of the day and fight back, because otherwise there's no telling where your mind will go. I wouldn't be alive if I didn't follow the rule every single day.
I love that comment, man.
That's a good comment, because he did it. Because he did it just say, hey, this is, you know what I'm saying, this is what I'm struggling with, this is what I'm going on right now. He also decided to try to put a little positive message into it for others that may read it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this video just isn't for people that are voting. And I know there's a lot of you guys that aren't voting that go through this. I know, because you guys don't want to say that and then be judged for it, and that's fine. That's why this video is being made. That's why this is here. I'll touch base with you, Commissioner, when I speak upon that poll itself, and I will speak to all of you directly, because that was kind of broad. It was just what you, like you said, that's what you're doing, is cutting yourself, and you still are, and then that'll tie in with everything.
Hey, shout out to you too, bro, for that comment. That's a real good comment. I like that one for real.
We appreciate the fact that you tried to lift someone else up and give someone else advice from what your experiences are. Z-Man says, losing someone by death. Lost my dad nearly 5 years ago. I was 17 then, and just hasn't been the same since. #me. That means that he wants us to talk about in the video if they use the hashtag.
Lost your dad.
That's tough. I have my father.
Yeah, I have my father too. A thing with loss, because my senior year of college, I was going through a lot of stuff. A lot of people passed away that was close to me, and like the first 3 months of my last semester. So what kind of got me through it was, I kept thinking, I was like, what would these people want me to do? And one was a roommate. Like you know, like it's crazy when you see somebody every day, and then you just wake up to the news that they're gone, and then you don't see them at all no more. You know, so what I did was, I was just like, what would this person want me to do? You know what I'm saying? And how would this person be looking at me right now if I'm doing wrong, or if I'm not you know what I'm saying, like if I'm not myself. You know, I feel like your dad, he would definitely want you to keep on being you, and be successful in whatever it is that you're doing, and that is taking many steps. And one more thing for everybody who's facing depression, because this was one thing I had to do too. Make a list and put it up on your wall. Look at it every day. Write down everything that you do every day that makes you happy, whether that's going to the gym, whether that's walking your dog, whether that's talking to your mom, anything. Write it down and put it up on your wall. Look at that every day, and try to keep doing those same things every day. Try to make that your daily routine, so then there's happiness in your days. You know what I'm saying? That'll help a lot.
I put your social media tags up there for you too, bro. My advice, brother, is, I lost someone. I've lost multiple people. And Quan knows this, I've lost friends. I've lost a lot of friends that live in the state that I live in now. I've lost a few friends that lived in the state that I lived in previously. There's really no telling you to get over it, because you never will.
You won't.
I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. You will never get over it, ever. But it's the fact that not getting over it is okay, but accepting it is the hard part. You have to accept that you just won't see them no more. You just won't. but you have to take that acceptance, but remember everything that you remember with that person. You got to remember the moments, the good moments, the bad moments, and sometimes the bad moments may be the best moments, because them are real situations. And everything's a real situation, but when you arguing with someone, or someone's lashing out on you, telling you all this and that, like going off on you and telling you your flaws and stuff, it's true. It's probably true flaws about you, or probably a true argument, a true hate, or a true moment that's a struggle for what you're going through. Just like if Quan and I argue, it's a real scenario, it's a real situation, but them be the realest moments ever, because you're trying to tell the other person facts, that what you believe are facts about that person, and them are some of the realest predicaments that you can put yourself in with that person, because at that moment you both are letting the other person know how you truthfully feel about them in that particular moment. And that downfall of because you guys could be here, and then it just goes into a straight downfall, because you're bickering back and forth, telling each other their flaws, telling them how much this, that, whatever the case may have been. But it's so natural, it's so organic, it's so just there. It's the moment, and you have to accept that moment. And then when you can accept that moment of them being gone, and you can look back like, damn, we argued about the dumbest shit ever, but it was some of the realest shit ever. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense? Mm-hmm. That's like the best way I can describe that. And then I'll touch base at the end of the video when we go into these polls. The next one is from Kristen. She says about the self-esteem. She said, why people feel the need to put others down, to lift themselves up. No one is perfect. That's very good facts. No one is perfect. Everyone has flaws. This one says self-esteem. Basically, I'll accept the last one for me, to be honest. So he said he's had depression with drugs and alcohol, cutting himself, lashing out, unappreciation, losing someone by death, and he has self-esteem issues, and he's not understood or accepted. And that is from Artie Retisma, right?
I think so.
Artie, you know who I'm talking about. You know who you are, brother.
Artie, man. I got a friend named Artie.
You really do, though.
Yeah, I got a friend I used to lift weights with named Artie, man. That's a cool name right there.
You didn't really say too much details. You just said it was all of them. And I feel like you didn't want to shed too much information and stuff like that, and that is perfectly fine. I'll touch base with you at the end of the video with everyone else, because you're just super fraud with all the polls. Just listen to my advice on all the polls and see if one of them things will work for you. That's the best advice I can give. And the last one is Justin Wilcox. He says, drugs and alcohol. Struggle with a bad cocaine addiction for years. Damn. Caused me to lose just about everything before I was able to be shown a way out of it. At least he was able to show a way out of it, and he does have the cross as his profile picture, which is super dope.
Yeah. Man. Drugs and alcohol.
I'm happy for you that you made it out of that, bro. Yeah. I'm super happy for you that you made it out of that stage. And you may not be fully 100% out of that stage, but I'm happy that you're getting to that point to where you are out of that stage, and hopefully you are fully out of that stage. I've never been addicted to anything, so I may not know if he will ever get over it fully, but the fact that he's accepting it is something special.
Well, what they say about addiction is the way to kill an addiction is get addicted to something else. So in that sense, I used to drink a lot, man. When I was in college and I told y'all about I was going through all of that stuff, I was just drinking like all the time, like to cope with the pain. I was just getting drunk every single weekend, and like you know, obviously, like when you drunk and stuff like that, or I smoke weed too, and I would get high and stuff like that, and like when you drunk and you high or whatever, that pain, it goes away for a little bit, but as soon as you're not anymore, it's right back, you know. Mm-hmm. So I had to figure out something, and like the biggest thing is admitting to yourself first. Like you already did that, and you saying that you're making steps in the right direction. So my advice to you would be, if you're still struggling with that, try to find something else. They say exercise helps a lot. When I took a depression class in college, they they had like a I was in a thing called STEP, and we had to like go to like these self-care classes and stuff like that, and there was one on depression that I went to, and he was talking about like exercise helps a lot with stuff like that. So get into the gym, man, and work out. There's actually this guy at the gym now I'll be going to. He was addicted to cigarettes or something like that, and he smoked cigarettes a lot, and something happened to him. I don't know what happened. He showed somebody a picture. He was like, "This is why I stopped." And he goes to the gym every single day now. That's his new thing. That's his fix. Yep.
All right. Do you want to touch base on just all of these now and really go deep into depression?
Yeah, we can.
All right. There was 224 votes on this, so that's 224 people, and I know there's a lot more of you out there. Let's talk about the first one, depression with drugs and alcohol. Even when I lost friends and I was going through a lot of stuff with damn near losing my father and my pops being in the hospital for months and months and months and months and months and months, my depression subsided very quickly. Very quickly. And I never really went to anything. I never went to smoking. I never went to the drinking. And I never went to alcohol. And I never went to drugs. So, first off, I really want to say I am not a depression expert. Neither is he.
Nope.
We are just trying to help and give the best input that we possibly can. And hopefully you guys can use it, watch this video back, save clips of it, do whatever you got to do. With drugs and alcohol, I've seen a lot of people lose themselves to drugs. I've seen a few people lose themselves to alcohol. The thing is once, whatever you were depressed about, and the reason why I believe personally for me why I didn't stay depressed and why depression wasn't a huge factor for me, why I wasn't really super down, is because I love myself. And I truthfully can say that. And Quan could probably vouch. I probably love myself too goddamn much. Like, like no bullshit. I'll probably love myself too much. And that's not trying to be cool. That's not trying to be nothing. That's just, I'm being honest. I love myself so much. And I'm so happy with who I am as a person. I'm so happy with myself. I don't have self-esteem problems. I've never cut myself. None of these things on this list have ever been to me at all personally. But I've seen them firsthand. The biggest thing for me was accepting myself as a person, you know what I'm saying? Accepting that I talk with slang. Accepting, and me not even knowing that I do, it's just how I talk. Accepting the culture that I've been in. I've been white, but I'm Indian though. In a black culture my whole life. And when people look at me, they look at me different just because of my skin tone and how I talk and how I approach things and how I do stuff, right? And you could easily fall in depression because of someone judging you, and you could let your self-esteem issues. But I won't have self-esteem issues, and I won't allow myself to have self-esteem issues because I love who I am. Like, no one can tell me. Quan could say the next day, Chance, you know what I'm saying? That's my real name. And that's what he's going to say. He's not going to call me Juice. He's going to say, hey, Chance, I ain't going to lie to you, bro. You talking a little too ghetto today. I'm like, bitch, I don't give no fucks. That's just me. Like, bitch, I don't give no fucks. The fuck? I'm not going to.
Exactly what he going to say.
And I'm not going to. Am I going to change my grammar any way, shape, or form, bro? I'm not going to change my grammar no bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just me. Like, it's just me. I'm happy. And my biggest thing for you, for everything on this list, is you have to be happy. You have to love yourself as a person, and you have to want to build yourself. Because I want to build myself every day. I'm working, I'm busting my ass every day. I'm shooting these videos and making videos every day, trying to bust my ass for y'all. Putting in hours and hours and hours. Why? Because I enjoy it. You know what I mean? People told me from my city that you ain't gonna make it on YouTube because you too ignorant, you too rude, this, that, and the third, you're not funny enough. I don't give a fuck what none of them motherfuckers had to say. You see, I'm still doing YouTube. You see, I'm still fucking with y'all. You see, we have this huge community. You know what I'm saying? And Quan's a part of the community. He's like, I have very few people on this channel. Him and Taz has been on my channel. My other brother. That's it. And my daddy. I don't have people on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't need other motherfuckers to come here and shed love. You don't need someone else's approval. This is a good point. Bro.
Yeah.
You don't need someone else's approval to be yourself.
Right.
You don't need that. Quan does not need me to tell him. You know what I'm saying? Quan does not need me to tell him how to live his life. I do not need to tell Quan, hey Quan, brother, you need to do this in your life to be a better man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Quan could come to me and say, hey bro, I feel like I'm doing these things wrong. What could I do better? That's different than me coming out and saying, Quan, I feel like you should carry yourself a little bit different, bro. Hold your shoulders back. You know what I'm saying? Walk this way, you know what I'm saying? And try to improve him for what? He's Quan because of his flaws. He's Quan because of how he walks. He's Quan because of how he moves. He's Quan because of how he talks. He's Quan because he stutters a lot. He's Quan because he will talk your head off but give you facts. That's Quan. And he gonna do that. And if you don't like that, don't fuck with Quan. And Quan not gonna change who the fuck he is to please me. And I would never ask my friend, I would never ask someone else in this world to change who they is to please themselves around me. I would never do that. Quan would never do that. And when people do that to you, fuck them. Who care? You don't just tell them don't be around you. And if you work with them, and if you work with 100 people, and all 100 of people don't like you just because of how you talk, because of how you dress, because of how you act, because that you used to cut yourself, because you drink every night, whatever the case may be, fuck them. You live your motherfucking life. And as long as you feel like you living your life to the fullest and you are extremely happy and you are loving your motherfucking self, it does not fucking matter what nobody else got to say. I don't care if your ma dukes, if your daddy, if your auntie, if your uncles are sitting there telling you, hey, you gotta change your ways to please me. What I sound like changing myself, and what Quan sound like changing himself to please his family as a person. For what? You can't accept me for who I am, don't accept me at all.
Facts.
You can't fuck with me when I'm down, don't fuck with me at all.
Facts.
You can't fuck with me when I'm broke, don't hit me up when I got a little bit of bread in my pocket.
Facts.
You won't fuck with me when I'm stuttering, you won't fuck with me when I'm being too ignorant? Cool, don't fuck with me then. You don't want to fuck with me because I talk with slang. You don't want to fuck with Quan because he's a black man that talks super fucking proper, and because he's a black man and he carries himself properly. But you want to not accept him because you want to feel that black people or Mexicans or Wiggers or non-proper white people are flawed because of how they carry themselves. What is his skin tone? What does my skin tone? What does your skin tone have to do with how you are as a person? Not a damn thing. How you dress has nothing to do with your skin tone.
Nothing.
How you walk has nothing to do with your skin tone. How you carry yourself day by day has nothing to do with your skin tone. It has everything to do with how you are as a person. If you are fine and happy with yourself as a person, or you are trying to be happy with yourself as a person, that is all that matters. And then people will accept you for who you are, and that's how you know that them are the real people that you should carry yourself around. And that's just like some big shit that I really want to get off my chest, cause, and like y'all don't know this, and I don't really speak on shit, but I'm gonna give you a quick 1 minute fact. This is 1 minute facts. You ready for 1 minute of facts? And I'm gonna let Quan talk for a minute. My Duke side of the family, none of them accept me. My aunties don't really accept me. My uncles don't really accept me. They may say they accept me, but then talk shit behind my back and talk crazy because of how I talk, because of how I carry myself, because of how I walk. You know what I'm saying? I get judged because I do YouTube. I get judged because I watch females dance. I get judged because I'm only listening to these genres of music for you guys. I get judged for all of that. I'm very few people in my family accept me for who I am truthfully, and that's fine with me, because I got people like Quan I got people that are my real brothers that are 5, 6 people in my life. And that's all you need. That's all you need, people. You don't need a lot. You just need a little bit. Just need a little bit. Because that little bit, that shit gonna take you where you gotta be. That shit gonna take you where you gotta go. You get what I'm saying?
Big facts.
You just gotta, my biggest thing about depression, and bruh, tell me if I'm wrong, tell me how you feel about this. People will be depressed because of how someone else has a look at them.
Yeah.
People will be depressed from a situation, from losing someone, and their self are not accepting that loss yet.
Yeah.
People will go to cutting themselves because of how people judge them, or because of what may happen in their life with their family, friends, whatever the case may be. Or they just may cut themselves because they feel like that relieves stress and pressure off of their day, because their day could be hell.
Yeah.
They could be sitting there at McDonald's right now off of the Wi-Fi watching this video, because they don't got nowhere to go for data. They can't pay that cell phone bill.
Right.
They may not have a good phone. Their phone may be cracked and fully fucked up, but it's getting them by.
Facts.
You know how long I was broke? I mean broke. Never let that shit get me down. Never. I mean broke. I'm talking about sleeping on the floor in a little ass hallway in a house that ain't nowhere near done. Ain't got no insulation in the house. It's cold as fuck. You ain't got no heat. You gotta go to your grandmama house just to shower. And I'm doing all of that while going to a predominantly black school. And they not accepting me for who I am because of my skin tone and the way I carry myself. But eventually they will accept you, or they won't accept you. And the people that do accept you, that's the people you're going to end up carrying yourself around.
Big facts.
Quan could go to a fully black school. Fully black school. Quan could not be accepted simply because he is extremely proper. And he will sit up. Quan will sit up like this. Quan will be super proper, super polite, super nice, and they won't expect that out of Quan. Why? Because he black. But why is that a thing though? We don't know. And the other biggest thing that's crazy, bro, is people will judge someone for not talking proper. But how do you know the way that I'm talking wasn't proper with how Jesus talked? You don't got no fucking recording of Jesus talking. Am I wrong?
No.
Do we got any video or anything of how they talk, Moses and any of them? None. We got none of that. They could have talked ghetto as hell. They could have dressed ghetto as fuck.
We don't know.
They could have been trapping. You don't know. You got a Bible that tells you stuff, and if you believe the Bible, you believe the Bible. I believe a lot of shit in the Bible, but I don't know how the fuck Jesus taught. But guess what? That's how Quan was raised, and that's how Quan want to talk. So Quan gonna talk like that. This how I'm raised. This how I was raised. This how I'm gonna talk. This, and I'm gonna talk just like that. I'm gonna dress just like that. He gonna dress just like this, and he gonna carry his fucking self, and we gonna carry our fucking self to the motherfucking fullest and love who the fuck we is, and allow motherfuckers to love us or fucking hate us, and keep that shit a pushing.
Facts.
Like real talk, you gotta love your fucking self, and you just gotta find the smallest light. Like if you cutting yourself, find something that makes you not cut yourself. If you gotta masturbate, do that. Like, let's be real. If you gotta masturbate, do that.
Facts.
If you gotta go on a jog, do that. You gotta do some push-ups, do that. You gotta jump up and around and just scream and yell at the wall, or stare in the mirror and yell at yourself, do that. Go look in the mirror before you cut yourself and be like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I doing this to myself? You can yell at yourself. Ask yourself questions. Be like, why am I doing this? Should I really be doing this right now? Is this the best thing for me? Is this really gonna work? No, it's not gonna fucking work. It's just gonna work for that fucking moment. Just like when you're doing them drugs. Just like when you're drinking that drink. Just like when you're smoking that motherfucking smoke. It's gonna subside that shit until that shit is gone, and that shit right back in your fucking face, and then you stuck with the same shit you was stuck with an hour ago. Now I'm getting mad, bro. Go ahead. Now I'm getting mad, bro.
You said it all real. I really got. I mean, you know, I just shoot. Love yourself, man. I mean,
I didn't mean to talk so long, bro. My bad. I just kept going,
hey,
bro.
Hey, preach if you got to, bro.
And that's his
Preach.
fucking nickname.
My name Preach though.
His nickname is Preach.
Look, man.
Cause he kick shit like this to you.
But look, man. Growing up, I had a real bad stuttering problem. I still stutter from time to time. I want to be a motivational speaker and a poet when it's all said and done. And people will tell me all the time, "How do you stutter, but you can give speeches and stuff like that?"
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hey, it's what I feel like it's what God put me here to do. I feel like we all are meant to do something, whether that's flipping burgers, whether that's doing hair, whether that's doing, I don't know, whether that's fixing bikes, fixing cars. Find what makes you happy in this world, man, for real, and stick to it. And don't let nobody tell you, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. Keep on trying. You know, I wasn't the best speaker at first when I first started, but I kept on working at it. Chance YouTube videos probably done came a long way. I ain't seen his first video. I didn't even know he did YouTube till I think like last year. Yeah, 2017. I didn't know he did YouTube.
To the end of the year.
Yeah.
And you found on your own.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell you.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we all there's improvement in everything, and that's the only thing. When you doing what you want to do, keep improving. That's the thing. I'm trying to think who says that. Kevin Hart says this every time. Every day work on becoming a better you. It's all about improving yourself as a person. As a person, we all have flaws. But the thing is you accept your flaws, and if it's something that you can change, then try changing it. If it's something that you feel like you can't change, then just tell people, hey, take it or leave it. This is how I am. Take it or leave it. And I think that's probably where I'm about to stop for real. Cause you said it all, man. You let a whole bunch of stuff go.
Cause, bro, I'm so sick and tired of seeing my fans come in the comment section and talk about them being bullied. Talk about them cutting themselves. Talk about them drinking. I'm tired of my fans messaging me and saying that shit. And I'm not saying don't do that because I really want y'all to do that. I'm saying I'm tired of it because it's the fact that shit's still going on and it's happening to you guys and it pisses me off.
Yeah, that sucks.
This shit make me mad because it ain't shit I can do about it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I can't go fight that person. I can't go be there by your side like I am at Quan's. I can't go to that person that's making you feel the way that you is or whatever the case may be. And I can't be that person that just sit there and rock with you and be like, yo, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but this my homeboy right here. This my homegirl right here. Like, all that extra shit you doing, the way you disrespecting her, the way you judging her, you gotta cut that shit the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta stand up for yourself, beloved.
Yeah.
Male and female, you gotta stand up for yourself.
You gotta stand up for yourself, because some people are bullying you because they can't accept themselves.
Facts.
So and growing up, I got a flat head too. People be like, you got a flat head.
You got a flat ass head.
It's stuff. Look, and they always talk about stuff that you can't change. You got a big head. Oh, your chin shape weird. Oh, your ears small. I got small ears. People gonna say stuff to me like that all the time. And what I do, and okay, sometimes I shoot insults back. That's just, you know.
But that's just joining though. That's just what we do.
Right. But that's just what we do. Some people can't do that. But you have to accept yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself for real. Tell yourself, I am wanted here. I am needed here. I have a purpose in life. Mm-hmm. For real, because we all have a purpose in life. And the thing is, when you're born, it's all about you finding out what that purpose is. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this video right here just going to serve a huge purpose for people who didn't comment, and maybe people not even subscribers of Chance's stuff, and people just going through YouTube videos like, hey, maybe I'm depressed. Maybe I need to see a video to get myself happy. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling y'all right now, man, when I was going through my stuff, I went to the gym all the time, and that was my happiness right there, lifting. And when I wouldn't go, when I wasn't able to go, I used to feel like I was like sick. You know what I'm saying? Like it became like my addiction. Like I go to the gym every day now. I can't stop, because I know if I do, them thoughts and stuff like that might come back into my head, and I can't let that happen. So I keep on trying to push forward and keep myself happy, keep myself positive, talking to people who gonna say positive things about me, and that is what it is. I'll tell y'all something funny. My mom, so my mom, anything I post on Facebook,
she on ass.
She don't even know what I be talking about half the time. She goes to like it. She likes it. She hit the love reaction every single time. It don't matter what it is.
Could be the dumbest shit ever.
It could be something so stupid. And then she comments on it every single time. It don't matter what it is. And she says, "I love you, son." Something, just small things like that. Just tell somebody that you love them. If they say it back, it's gonna make you feel so much better. You know, I tell people I love them every day because you don't know what somebody's going through. As a matter of fact, you can look at celebrities. What's his name? Robin Williams.
Yeah. Big fact.
Don Cornelius. People like these people. You look at them on TV.
Demi Lovato.
Yeah, you look at them on TV.
Huge stars. Huge.
Look, you look at them on TV.
They got everything. They got the money.
Everything.
They got the cars. If it's a guy, they got the girls. If it's a girl, they got the guys.
And it's something missing always.
It's always something missing.
It's something missing. That's what I'm saying. It's saying you have to love yourself as a person. And they talked about Demi Lovato having problems dealing with weight issues. I think something like that at first and stuff like that. Mac Miller, man, dude. I'll tell you something real crazy. My roommate in college, he shout out to my boy Nathan Rubenstein. Be on the lookout for him. He gonna be in broadcasting soon. You heard it here first. But anyways, he Jewish, he white, and he loved Mac Miller because Mac is a white boy in the Jewish community. And he had all them tattoos. You're not supposed to do that if you're Jewish. They frown upon that, but he still did it, and he repped his community. He wore yarmulkes all the time. He was always speaking on how happy he was to be a Jew. If we went to a concert, man, I'll tell you what, that was a great concert. That was one hell of a concert. And when he died, that one really hit me because I'm like, dang. Like this dude, he seemed so happy. You know, he was always seem happy, but you never know what somebody's going through. You don't. You just don't.
I want to say this before I forget. You talked about the gym helping you with depression and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe that helped me as well, but I just didn't notice it. But I was training for football my whole life. So right after I got out of high school, it was straight to the gym. I was in the gym for 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember times being pissed off in the gym, being mad as a motherfucker, hating life. But I worked out though, and then I just didn't care. Yeah. And that may have helped me with my depression, and I may have not even noticed I had depression because of that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, and I don't want this to sound like I'm above being depressed, because that's not what I'm saying at all. And I hope that you guys don't feel that way. I'm just telling you that I believe that I love myself so fucking much that I just don't give a fuck, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
Like my dudes be telling me I be tripping sometimes. I be saying wild shit, and I need to learn a little bit more about this, a little bit more about. But this is just me. My daddy tell me the same shit, and it's my ma dukes and my daddy. They tell me this shit, but I'm still me, and I've always been like this ever since I've met Quan. How about change besides getting older and looking different, bro?
No.
Truthfully though.
No. You look the same.
Watch your mouth. I'm still young.
We all do look the same. I mean, you definitely look the same now with the clean shave.
but you know what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
And I want you guys to know, my DMs on Instagram and Twitter are welcome. If you guys need someone to talk to, if you don't have anyone to talk to, if you don't want to tell me your story and you want advice, if you just want someone to open your message and don't reply, tell me not to reply. You just want someone to read your shit, whatever the case may be. I don't care how long it is.
Same thing here.
I promise y'all, I got y'all. And you can ask a few people that's watching this right now that have already messaged me on Instagram and Twitter. I reply to everybody. I'm human. I'm normal. I'm you. The only thing difference is I'm in front of a camera and a mic, and I got a small platform to put it on. That's the only difference.
Exactly.
You've probably met me a few times. You've probably met Quan a few times. We just in a different body, but you ain't met the exact us. You've met a resemblance of us though.
Facts.
But you just may not have noticed it.
Facts. Tell you, man, that gym, do it.
So if you could do
self-defense and stuff like that too. Because sometimes you need to hit something. At least that.
Yeah, but don't hit something that's gonna hurt you though.
Yeah, get it. That's why I said like go to a gym and get like boxing gloves or something like that.
Yep.
And hit a bag. I'm telling man.
If you could give 2 sentences to cover everything, cutting yourself, drugs, alcohol, losing someone's self-esteem, not being accepted by your family, just everything, no one to talk to. If you could give 1, 2, 3 sentences, advice for them, what would it be?
Accept yourself. You have to accept yourself. Forget all the haters and keep living your life to the fullest. Do what makes you happy.
I like that, bro. I like that. Mine would be discover who you want to become. That's first. I want you to discover who you want to become. Accept yourself for who you are and live your life happy. I believe once you can do all of those things and be your natural self around no matter what, who it is, life will be good for you. Life will be good. I promise you. Life will be happy. You will enjoy life.
Yeah.
That's really what I got to say, brother.
Yep. Hey, once again, man, social media, my DM's open, man. My DM on Instagram open, Snapchat open. Yeah, write me, let me know, man. I mean, I'm always here. I love talking. Chance just told you I'll talk your head off.
I'll talk your head off too.
I really will. I will talk.
But he'll talk your head off more than me though.
I'll talk to you all day.
About some bullshit. You won't even know the fuck you talking about.
About literally nothing. I make something out of nothing.
You'll lose track of what the fuck he talking about until he say something that catches your ear. And he be like, oh,
Yep.
What we talking about again?
Yep, that's me.
But last thing, if you guys promise me this, and you guys promise you will try in every way possible to improve yourself or accept yourself or whatever you're going through, and you promise you will get through it and stop what you're doing to keep yourself in depression, stop drugs. Slowly stop drugs. Slowly stop alcohol. Slowly stop cutting yourself. Slowly stop lashing out. Slowly stop having self-esteem issues. Slowly start building yourself. I promise you I will quit smoking Black and Milds. You will never see it on a video again. Unless I'm just doing a live stream and we drinking and people are asking me to spark up with them and have some fun. And I will occasionally do it because this is nothing that will harm me besides my lungs, but it's not something that I do for depression. But I promise you, I will quit smoking these bitches. I promise you. If you guys promise me that you will give it 110% on whatever you're going through. I promise you, I will go live. I'll go buy 10 packs. I'll go waste $30, $40, $50 on them bitches and I'll crush all of them motherfuckers in a video. Throw all of them bitches in the trash can. I promise you. I fucking promise you, as long as you guys can keep your end of the deal and try. I'm not asking you to do. I'm asking you to try. That's all I'm asking.
Facts.
That's all I got to say, brother.
That's all I got to say too.
But until then,
look at that smile.
you still ugly as shit though.
You gotta be happy. Be happy.
Hey, appreciate you, Brody. Really do.
For sure, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
No problem.
Appreciate you, bro. No
Anytime.
cap. Appreciate you for tuning in with us. I appreciate you for being on the channel. I appreciate you for talking about a touchy ass subject. No cap, though. That's some G shit from you to me.
Right.
Cause you ain't have to do this when I asked you to do this cause some fans was asking for it. You could have said no, cause this is a touchy ass subject to touch.
Right.
You could have said no, and that's cool too. But I appreciate you, and I know that they appreciate you too.
Right.
We appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for coming on.
Salute to y'all. I love y'all.
Thanks for coming on the show.
And I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Real talk. I love y'all, man. And I hope y'all feel that. See that heart right there? Much love from me to y'all.
Real quick positivity note. I don't know
what this music is, but I love this stuff though.
Yeah, I just throw that slow shit in the back real quick. Real quick positivity note. We gonna turn up. Times like this, the grind like this.
Hey.
So I had to shine like this, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the fuck everyone that is doubting you. See my dreams unfold.
Hey, the boys can't hold you down,
Hey,
bro.
blessings on me. If you want it, you gotta see them with a clear out view. Shorty, she tryna bless me like I said I'd shoot. Like a brother sneeze. Niggas, please. For them tricks to squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them haters get in between of what you started. Little brother, but you lying harder. They love you when you departed. I go and get it regardless. Jordan. Some foreigns in my garages, the foreign bitches menaging. Fucking sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get 'em, I got 'em. If you need us, we got you. We did shit with Mariah.
Little
brother,
I'm on fire.
I see the hockey ring, Philly brother, I'm flying. When I bought that Rolls Royce, they thought it was leased. Then I bought a new Ferrari. Hater, rest in peace. Hater, rest in peace. Rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. If you ain't talking about my brothers, then what you talking about? Gangsters moving silence, talk a lot. You do though.
I don't say a word. I do.
I don't say a word. Grinding now, I got
what I deserve. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought that shit, y'all thought it was winning. Flexing on these brothers, I'm just double M. Yeah, that's the team. Was the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the type can't think me, can't think grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, don't ride like my ghost. Come on, my city with my head shot to my toe. Cause these brothers want us dead, but I got no trouble. All I know is murder.
I got your brother that's rolling. I done did it. I done did the KOD. Every time I'm in that bitch, I get the throwing 30 G's.
Hey.
And ride around them collars. If you got a hater, tell him he can meet me with a problem.
Hey, what up, dude?
Like Batman and Will Robin. It's two-door Maybach with my seat on reclining. I'm like, Quan, what up? Quan, what up? Little engine I could. Boy, I slide around your block. Right on 12 o'clock. And they be throwing deuces. I'm the same, brother, they watch. Hey. And these legs over that bullshit. I'm the same brother from Wood Street that had to even the block. Been and had to wait for my spot. Know me? They hating on you for what? For what? Be your motherfucking self.
Remember me?
Huh?
Don't remember me?
What?
How much?
Turn their enemies.
These are memories.
Let's say the king. Broke brother turn rich. Love the game like Mitch. And if you pretty hoes gonna still suck my dick. It was something about themselves when they first pressed that button. Hey, like that. When he first touched that brick, I'm gone. I love y'all, man. I really do. I hope that you live a blessed life. And I hope that this helped you in some way, shape, or form.
Hey, I got a great song for y'all to listen to. Listen to Lil Duval Smile Bitch. It's the perfect song for you to listen to. I swear to God, it'll get you through them good days.
We love y'all. Big facts.
We out.
Appreciate y'all. 100. Big hugs. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all need a hug. Come here. Come get
Big
one of them
hug.
bitches. Come get one of them bitches. Come get a hug. You know what I'm saying? You need a pat on the back.
The heart's still there too.
Come get one of them bitches.
The heart's still there for you.
Fuck depression. Fuck cutting yourself. Fuck drugs. Fuck alcohol. Fuck a hater. Fuck family that don't fuck with you. Fuck friends that don't fuck with you. And fuck everything that be doubting you. And keep your shit up pushing. You dig?